nom and almost started here and almost from a Cobalt Junction. Ya Ben Shop filling station on the Yatinasia. Ye dear Juma Yamia Duma Saturday and a year Senon Sofamame. Now Obeka say a dime. And omoye enso omoye prostate scan ombetwa prostate scan e de ama say problem bi e wo mana ana say bia obi a wono nso ni sugar level e wosoro ye behwe e de ama obi a me ka say obese massage ye bi enso ngadema ye be free liver function test ana fe kidney and a function test nso e koso free consultation e yare say doctor enso ngade tato e de man ti so like de wo mu ana eboa ama ya pomodin ye timi de adi bronya 0245616028 nafe wedding uncommon Lawson Beverages Limited Dr. Lawson ye Lawson Dilemma Vitas and ye Jumedia Edim and say wow Emma Hansel Bama Ewom Pemu betimi abajuma ami also Bema mu Bema de eso cho mema yo ewom pem ni nyina no ade ese Lawson Dilemma Vitas no ana make come for them Dilemma capsules no enso adwumadie ene say wutie me ene anope nafe your bar, we are Bene down cholesterol. No, aside that, we are bound for menses, a boy, a man is a year pa. 0248619999. Now, for what in common, Siemens Vital Bar, Mr. and capsules, a guy in ye, a guy, you may dear Edim, and it's a boy, Emma Unipedia, Mojanum, Lady of Rusania, Eosisi, and Oya, what drone ye, we are Bema, which mean beyond 2 minutes. When you are Siemens Vital Bar, Mr. and capsules here. And so bet me a bow pa obey and so onum dina de prekasa preke and so mete trabema and the uko of feature also to me a flow kama pa na a drain ubenya biato ewo baby ato adrobia nemom otobia for doctor 0240 616061 after doctor and cho kwa be fa so abenu Madrid Alaska wo person de and one ye di djuma ye demon any an office and afi and a baby also OSNA we are decoration a be come no and no and American for Alaska they am say what purpose na dia ono na darumo and I say Ghana for a dem ya fair office and you am come modern TV stand see what it be and so na artificial grass ya de ato for me ni nyina no e bi e wo ho na wo pe no baako na ne dodo mu a wo dia do adum ya ben boss have built no your Mrs. Anoche Plaza Accra Circle tip toll lane or inside ship house 0551 0554 118 0554 na wabo 114878 nafe and common sum akokama ede amami demafo aya Dr. Time eda so na Dr. Samin Control say sabani say o stroke ne problem pa ana aba be se bosumi miensanie ebi so kwabe afe ana stroke ede wato form ye de okwa na ye de ofa Dr. Sabrani family to so one ye ya no ocho we aya bosumi wo be sorry anante enom aya time no de to so aya osisi ana ya na ambia prostate and a problem about be a worry be fear be now war and some man me dimafo Dr. Time that's what Google School Junction and I'm a dimafo was 0244 774282 now for wedding come Kojak Kojak Shako toothpaste and I'm a camfo and I'm also Sinube Triama one day and some Bama just when you Kojak Shako toothpaste TV nafe and some let me abwana unya Kojak Froco uti ayambia Tifa and a drawer and also to me bois and my own song on 80 meter nafe and you may come at the money per day 0244 559 597 nafe what pay you no pay then you may come I'm a natural company limited Pro-Slav capsules Pro-Slav and no anayo prostate no do media and also my cost into Timia Obu no more to so what tell you I want to bear me and Mrs. Shannon no I say unya drebi and you may bet me come and so much amount true man no a weak erection premature ejaculation ninyina so lebeyi e de fro Congo ointment no e wona mani nsa anafe ene ade bia egu wona mani e ma wona mani nya akono nyina no nya Congo a no betimi aboa 0249017101 now the natural in 24 edim en command da so ho herbal clinic on adwani enso mnache Dr. Alda osu eni waso wani no glaucoma na se bia pressure and wo wani no so abrana fe omo wow na wani enso nsini dadamu na nuamanye kama emfama tie na shanu so so utie me na dai na fe stroke ade na hypertension and be a prostate no ana enwa ba sama ne odwani ebe che takra de ona doctor etna say port contest ya ben Archbishop Porter Girls ana Kumasi Kwara so Estate Park no so no yetna say no amu akra no Alaji Walako Junction or our Tabora 0559901234 na fe wadi unkomo current stick ventures a drono current stick say name a drawway and a vow sembia janitor rashes sembia uncommon and rashes a gusua as say Niamani Nunya in a draw and no yas ramish chanini gia and ubeji and a few man capsules and some a member to boost bema me vitality ubejam paso a juma ye sexual weakness in Abeko and I say Hindi haba missa and no a malaria fever typhoid no and a diabetes a denketing kitchen any a crowd ye and the Hindi no at any 0246 348 or 334. Now what din come a power specialist health hospital ya mame doctor akosuya adua ya nie na oseme country say fibroid the adie and asembia na yene kidney stones and how adwo bi hepatitis adem na how adwo fatty liver wodu ani be che power specialist ba hospital na fe ya die wakopa no adro na ene what the adua ya ba malame sabani malaria dro cough care ba Mr. Obowa eno ebefro na fe adua ya ba tonic no wanumato wontimi ni dia onya bia be boa ye bo adwuma ewa akra kwabenya ACP road ewa power hospital bus stop Kumasi Fiyase Bosomchi road ewa adua ya junction mo takrade ase wo rekodo ewa Nachi Estate 0244544422 na fe woni ya mame doctor akosu adua ya edim enkomo emulate nie emulate aba supplement kantanka herbal pharmaceuticals wo na de aba na soboti general well-being why ene basa wona ntika ka bia no abre wani sum immune system no ayemre wadro ene emulate no ana bebo apebi na afi enom na nuamanye kama oyo bawa fa efunu anasem bia akra enum a eno untimi num bi e mane nye akra ne mfie dumienu ekwa antimi emfa bi 0535112813 na afi enuamaye kama ABA Herbal Clinic Limited enye ABA Herbal Clinic glaucoma anasem bia sexual weakness mene ya diabetes stroke ana embia prostate no ana problem aba obi a kidney no wanya problem na ne doctor suffer rasta enye okwa obetimi aboa na afi wa shaw ya de enso na de ama kwada so juna se main market na chi na ne wo bo adwuma doma nkronso ya ben Ebenezer preschool a 0541565199 na afi wonso mmadu komo tabia enro no ewa jama so tabia ta kum eno ana obedibie na afi wata free bie na bema de eno ema support wo libido no pejam ema tinkare baso manso no eboamo pa na se ne obena tinka no feeling pam dia takum yo na chama akodi biaja eden sam abenemo wo dia dibi awo ne kwanso wonya wife bia kire di woni wife na ze no mo ye adwuma na nuama kama ntimo nsa no suma me Mr. no eboa yi malaria free na afi join this na capsules no ACC adia 0243686861 na wadi nkoma ye wie ewo Ruta natural product na Ruta no no omo de Ruta mixture ana ba malaria ebe free ho ediamao na Ruta ne de ye ka no say general body pains ebe yi na afi malaria no so aso ani so biu anumanto unya bia ebe boa Ruta live no so de ye ene sem asobote ru ni pedue moja imu kama pa ama nuama ye kama enso madama Ruta tonic no so typhoid fever yi eno ebe free ho ediamanti nro ne de se de ye kai ebo adwuma panti anu apebi ebe boa 0244485632 na fe woni Ruta emperifo edi enkoma ya dupai wa German so Ghana for agiatum eyepa na open replica jersey kama na cotton anu o sepa utim se jersey die kama no ye jersey wa haibia ana unsam abeka ye nationwide delivery o man mu bebia wo bia no unsa enso beka bia bra unso ye delivery ntisha no so ema se quality jersey ni de heya ana unsa ebetimi akabi fancy di Maria
Whoa, me that say. Yemre na fi yemra me share ABC game star 262 hash star 262 hash and ano pe no and so ana etwa go no nti let us say buy no and ye kill Eddie can back G and so abanafi X and so abanti ano pay a kill XG X as in a xylophone anti kill XG na miensa ana yi banchi say was select letters me say mu ba ko kra no pay area bon ho e de ama wanya skafa wadi ti eno ano no yemra muzupi question of the day we know infection draw tatashe Dr. Muzu ana de ba dwaso na Dr. Muzu de call back we be say who was the better defender between Dan Coleman and Joseph Hendricks? Dan Coleman and Joseph Hendricks. Why name say now Jana now super couple.
Well, Bauer Dominic say Joe Hendricks the best defender, and Bauer about Joseph Asante say I say these people I didn't watch them. Okay, a couple throw my shout out to Essence Boys watching the show live from Kokoyate. Say when your opportunity and show more and no also the about TK says like how the Vogue fans are saying Dan Coleman, who has Koroko supporters are also saying Joe Hendricks, but the truth must be told. Joe Hendricks the best defender, and also the question say people don't want or say people don't did okay. Was what I say woman share Joe Hendricks. I know the other say okay no or say Joe Hendricks the modern day of Saliba and no no day aba Albert Mysterio Lumumba Jr. Was it Joe the monster masa nye kra and what the Bill Ampon said Joseph is a monster and a big animal of all time and no don't so the man Collins Joe is a greatest. I don't know so natural. Nanaya cast is a couple. Both were solid, but Dan Coleman is better than better. Or say Coleman is better defender when defending. Okay, say or no defending better. Joe Hendricks, you know, they also be so from so call and the message free day abana back about from Aguna Memphis or say both were solid defenders, but I would choose Daniel Coleman. He was super defender. Fancy Di Maria, me bruta and one also de amayene and pay also no in the fancy man for church.
Well, me I say now when so Augustina Wuni and so Kodiama Joe Hendricks. I say when so say Dan Coleman humble line a day a message no and some other buyer and I bought say Joe Hendricks Ebiana one channel and I when so I say Dan Coleman Samuel entry and a day Coleman and some banana pay live when the show beam when so I say Masiadu Francis AK Opana watch the show live from Miller One Fashion designer shop and so and the I say Kodiama Dan Coleman Ebium and some Chris John Nawa and I also say Chelsea lose the question of the day now maybe I won't follow show no na Chelsea lose was saying news
oh never Chelsea lose the idea
what Bobasa ask PSG
Lusa Liverpool
Liverpool for no cho form promote when so Zalari Raymond say Coleman the best defender and our identity and some other banana kunsu our cultural chromon so Kodiama Dan Coleman and no said you no identity the banana pay live when the show Bronya Banners animum still live on Facebook Wontumi TV live and YouTube and so Wontumi TV live no Facebook they are not live no block letters and Kwana Esisa na chese wodotia no so ade ahwo no mom Betway rewards say koswane twa bet no on sports and say casino we benya points the more now points so the more and on sikasem enso kamisan say we be convert o points enso ade ayiska na we check it how far 8 years and above www.betway.com.gh regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana and no Betway Adaroma say makajo say bronya mema ko mu pa me boa
yeah
okay say some years back bronya breso sa record okay
fancy
Chairman say fancy your stubborn
sponsor there no any fancy
chairman
fancy you strong
yeah that's so yeah but you time we share because now what's your na chi kakra
abada bia me hwemo adwuma no koso sa me hwe sports we Ghana there I can confidently confirm say Wontumi sports no and then number 1 just say star BRB and avoidable.
That's right.
Na tapuku baby o bia on samra. So otomua.
Baby bishop e wo bia.
Baby bishop wo bia on samra.
Samra adwuma sisi.
On samra adwuma.
Na so on two car. Okay to shama me say bishop atika.
Atomua ba. Na mini ekizi akasa.
Oh nice.
Mini ekizi akasa.
Okay.
Just say Juma no Wontumi sports begu so ayekese. Na be yekese ya. Na ho anso no obi atie abrochire me wo ho ne ade ya yi nyina. Ehwa no obi a no etie mo yekese mo ye tough. Enu ti no me be sorry anopa. Na Wontumi me tie Wontumi sports a. Bibie no ha meye. What I say I one just say a point nko antino ana maba ya lunch na so ye be have
chairman dey na so
chairman dey atemu wa class at so kokodi mo
chairman ono chairman say betunu ya tell you say because chairman dey nye ana alert nam dey masa wa ya gani we dey won take it ya on buffalo won take it ya on buffalo masa chairman da so because them say time on come on start say course na ni o ma ya kakra ba chairman we chairman wallahi
baba
kakra ko pe mo ato wa chi o na ata ko di mo emu de o de
mo for prerudo mo for prerudo
o de be ma say triple atabo ku de be siu ko chairman na mini ya be ba so de na mini ko mini say da ensem de mo kotokomo de na ade nyina na nyoma e koso Ghana league akwa na mo mpeso discover shima na chairman league mo
ai kotoko de minim say mamini kan cha santeman na men cha santeman wura yura ye hene otumfo se tuwa baby asantokotoko hene a o ya santeman wura ne nkwaso odwa so na kotoko so ye ne dia na sesia no enam MPP ntino aya ne dru baby na mame som no yasum kwan bebre so ane ede ye ba minim say mre bi baba kotoko chairman de medibi yeah minim say mre bi baba medibi
wow
yes na se me din so a me de gaga yesem sikade patapa me de befam amatimu no aba back said anwa juma no you yame wo hoda se uji dia obeya juma I said no you yame wo hoda se uji dia obeya juma ye bompaye shamachi sra yehuwa ilahenu yehuwa ekat we ahata et yehuwa elohika bika luvika uvika naveshika uvika miyodika tode yasach Todi Yashak. In English, in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Shout out, come on, boy, Kapo. Sorry, I come with chairman. I feel like chairman. Yes. Got time at Taboku Casamun, some messages and a Benino Biase. Hey, chairman, yeah, dear pass, say what me assemble. I just quite be coming from a horn and a papa me.
Na guess it is okay how.
Chairman, guess no.
Gas no. Me say, how many boys in this year? Me say gas it is say.
Na chasanioma and some from an aeroplane. My man from two and him say season kusu across na obusa aye chasa managers awodwa. Womo some our Europe pan no mountain so coach biano and some abeka chosa season no adaso aye jank essence yenyan aye next ntomwa womo elkwani mu NHS womo twumadi womo tene nyina no womo some abachosa yen twema bia season no and some mu kev and koba bi resabia aye the month of January elko aye February and sana and rem and some our match ni mu a yen say the ade no and some abasi akona na no pay no ma men front to say bobo ko ba ko a womo some our form ye pa and some aye bobo ko fa say aye Paris Saint-Germain onim say aye PSG omutim no and some our form and watch aye Bamunchen and some our form club ye fa no say Arsenal ya bra womo de no say some say Parimanta no couple tetana nan kam san kebia ko hona kebia de bi see advantageous aye points any ade Arsenal to say titem chasa ateba kukra no say many janom aye changes biana and some atimi so no mom womo betimi ade trouble and some na ye so mo na so no na me ka say Paris Saint-Germain ya Arsenal and abobokua ye fa no say Bamunchen omo nyina no and some atimi ya na yenko aye Germany aba koba say enra by bobokwa no ye na kan say womo gaining qualification at the core and some aye quarter finals wono say Germany no say by team no say ye say emperfor na o madwen say afi awoso motime geni ye kan say trouble and some other team no and say omo GBA na omo some aye side and come here say womo trouble djuma geni nyina no and some aye guess no and some akon kan kama na report amenya no je ebare nyina no and some aye say by for no de womo say one womo qualify the akonia ye first no some chesa quarter final no womo nya omo ba je ebiem womo da so Champions League no mo and for mo say bo aye nia ye first league and some our Germany nyina no womo some aba so omo je na coach ye first aye Vincent company wonim so omo manager no akasa na company say ye want to kasen say baby omoko enwan so aye Berlin and a final and some adema aye German cup no and some aye Berlin and ya babo no entomo hwanu say omo betimi qualify and ya go all the way to the final say be womo some betimi ba aye Berlin and the Montes was say wo bo competition na baby ya host aye final no wotimi be bo e knockout stage game and some ho na wo dim kunuma psychologically I don't quite to me prepare am I want some ba ebabua ama chasa ban team no womo som atimi akwani mu na fe womo som age ede so mo na so na striker fan say Hurricane and numbers and some aye sick na anopai yeremo na so ba onum say Jamaica no say Hurricane no me te say Harry ayo bi a ono so ari atudwa sa enwa o said o musi celebrate ya in fact o mu game no ba mo chi supporters o mo kwa away and some akọ support o mu team no you say Hurricane anymore one other place aka Carl Lenatonum and chasomo makani nyina no nam amo celebrate our baby wo supporters no and some awo wo hu atonyum any ade and no and I can say and no achos afi wo you very serious our bright to be there is our sabobokua ye fan some Bamunchin ajibia no wo some other so mo je animal club ye fan some pine and internet no akaba sa celebration nyina no wo some adana die some our way our Berlin amount so na bi no was competition ni nyina no wom some abaso mu wom sense the moment wom ekosi the next year no enom aboma nyoma so yakema and some adema ka ho and Manchester bamunchimfo no wom some celebrate ya wom we say be a trouble some abatimi age yekan say okay sir me be kan enra a try say enra chi Dortmund and some akwa way na anaso mo bofie e ma Liverpool ekoyi omo firimo na Dortmund for the same Ajabasa, a chance a cup game no, woman to me quite a movie on my film, and not near Cancer League and so no. I was some Amokon Contena, Jomo Canasomodi, woman Jia to Misa, Yakabi at a second force. Sabi I would drew a Germany or Biase, a Bamunchin Bainania, a Dortmund, and also watch it. I am Namiana Kobasa, manager Fanasa Shabi Alonso, and some NHS and Quadano, Wabaja, a bonus league, Arama Clubba, Yafanasa Liverpool Sintina, Yase. Dortmund empire for that to come she see sir Liverpool abashaw our cap girl now film she see amo time manager and what you almost supporter one team no one Champions League a campaign and so ya I was at Dortmund a club one other statement and some our near your fan says you for Champions League anymore and a BM and some other say one league gomo but almost say one target a second position and tell you say buying it to me and league na Dortmund here almost say number 2 no wamato and some atiaka our second be also one press second I know I said in community here ya day omo update and the can no and some my for anano pay and some our show no so and no some from aba yanko ayabobo kwa say PSG na Paris Saint-Germain team na no pay no ya bana omo some prepare one training and some aba konshero akaba me ayo moment am kwadano one some aba training good news and some other say desire due aba back and I pay say see am no kaso training na and some bagusu alkosono good news and say akwadano and some training amabobokua your fan say Paris Saint-Germain na chese free no manager no your fan say Paris Saint-Germain desire due ayobia one about training and I know one of some goalkeeper and Lucas Chevalier report amenya say akwadano. Yes, one day when Timmy Antron Sansa when your problem on ankle and to problem not buying no I think I don't know so I said a bear no one so bad to me at tono and I'm on one goalkeeper and some I'll be our pro just I know I can't film and some ebium a branch of answer Ashraf Hakimi answer Hakimi so target and say what about Kwakojinam Ama Morocco Awania your fan say Afconimo na Hakimi so coffee a kwakama. In fact, Juma Obo, our brand rehabilitation of Gusua, and on some cost of Yamensa cancer and Perfono, and some are impressed, our brand, and on some Juma Quadana, your father's Akimi, and so bar, your then update Tanadiakano, and some at the Abba, and almost as a player, so your father said no Mentes, and so you'll be on no, and some rehabilitation, and so not just no, some Awunan Tono, and Federal also try to say, one of some about to me, I recover, and no. A player, your father said Nuno Mendes and some idea, and Lucas Berardo. And you'll be a reporter, and say, one of some training indoors, our bra, one of I overload keke, and our bar, I am in 9 Bunkum, 9-2, I just and 9 Bunkum, one of some overload on the chest and a calf, and in today, and also yet Juma, our near cancer indoors, I just I know I had gym only physios, and yet and some so yet Juma Sarabea, one of some about cover. Na emsa udru Fransa menkai ayo coach our press conference and I said your interview a chain ayo PLG one coach Fransa Enrique and then make say one calculate here one say in one season Serbia season ba kopa na manager why press conference and I say why media interview between aye 500 I call aye 600 na pre-match aye pre-match conference and watching aye post-match aye conference interview at the match Serbia broadcasters interview at the club the media okay can you not to poma report am say can say a one best 500 and some that you see best to 600 our burning and some kakra free coach na so and some on some player your fans so Young and so Juma and some Olympic man sound and new coach ayo fans Roberto Di Zerbi and Pierre Emerick Aubameyang and some abasona was want to just Aubameyang a champion data will be a yara or say more retia nama bo ebia Karim Benzema nama bo Gonzalo Higuain nama bo Robert Lewandowski mokana mo refi sebia striker bi ye fano Pierre Emerick Aubameyang awo no the coach fan said Dizabi and some can you say and na kwena na fan so Aubameyang no one Benzema awo the same level one Gonzalo Higuain awo the same level and one Robert Lewandowski one some awo the same level tina one chino acha say abasoba coach no and some adama Aubameyang sir one some obi awo yejuma den adebwa club ya fan some aya Marcelo Bruno Peno and some aya update eba ya the san some no and some ama ya chef and Manchester United game no and some abakoso way aya matcha United ball ewo fie about 8 o'clock and Managerial and Man U 4 and some West Ham game no and some abakoso now coach ayo we fan sir Ruben Amorim report coming and say answer Mabeka Chosa season ya yagusu ayakosu sa yes Manchester for no womo so practice set pieces just a man for nya way answer your ball set pieces na bia kan Arsenal no Mabeka Chelsea no sa Man U for no so obusua esie we kan so last game mo ban na no ya beka sa womo 2 goals omunya from a goal down ebete ahye ni na no Man U at set pieces at a ball 2 goals and somebody winning that game no yes I draw my young watch my name woman Arsenal omuna pa and Man U and Arsenal team no woman 10 goals at their free set pieces mo na chasam omuya watch my pa na Jamison can say and yet Joshua Zexi and Kwana no pay yes I'm ben late fitness test no mom metes Manchester captain you from Bruno Fernandes and no Bruno Fernandes omuya no metes and pay I was late fitness test akoso and some adama omumiyanu na yehwa say bia Man U against aye West Ham no wom obetumi abo ana say bia nkodan no enu kwan so omo risky enu aye say ye twa report no dia enu some ababa enano pay na onsa wo hwe Premier League table na ebobo so na apart from Arsenal acha so mo de wom establish aye 5 points gap awosro wom 33 Man City 28 Aston Villa 27 Chelsea 24 Crystal Palace 23 Sunderland 23 Brighton 22 Liverpool 22 Man U 21 enti as a points gap na baba suntina sa Manchester edin kunim against West Ham na sa Man U from adiaba 24 points omo ebeto so makoma enum na no mo bisa coach ne sam Opani, mubetimi finish ebia 5th and anadri and also mubetimi plesi eye 5th after some share eye West Ham and bia no mo bompe se ya na beko na mo di se ya dia season se de bia mo so mubetimi qualify ebia na UEFA Champions League kwan no enso bia ediamo manya bia no e mo target na ana coach ne se wo ba sire eye 2 elimamo nsameya ana Champions League asembia wo mo fan match after match we call game by game ever brother West Ham and the so many so we are season be abasa Man you are qualifying for Champions League as any I some about for now there what do you about attention you know and some our Juma I was some Man you I so about for now there I 2 Elisa we be the Champions League I won't come on young coach I found sir Ruben Amorim ever brand new way we mo ball West Ham and some our fear Amorim Ekasai.
The table are there. If you have the opportunity in 1 game per week, you need to go forward. But then you look at the table and everyone is like 2 points behind. 1 week, everything can change.
But that's my point in a way. It's you know, it's sort of stopped, it's backed up. So
let's focus. I think the best way of doing things, especially with our team, is to focus just the next game. If we win the next game, we will maintain the position at least. That is the main focus of
So it is realistic then, because if you win the next game, then
for the next to go in position of Champions League for the next week, yes, is realistic. The future, I don't know. So I just want to say I want to continue near that position next week, and then the rest we'll see. I understand the question. If you
coach and fan sir Ruben Amorim and I'll tell sir you're dating some amount now pay line for Wontumi Sports Buffet you jumadi no so na just a manager no one person wo betra I really coach sir and you was time game no mo say wo mo de fan game after game e wa brand pay no you dating excepts and they are carrying na de bana wo we for sell you Messi unim sir Messi so kwa din komo na Messi komo no one ESPN aya Argentina na din komo na Chebia, woman some other publisher. Now, Messi Dinkomo Efa walk up and I was or Genius, they see ya, and some our kata, a be a better me CBM, and some our Canada, US of Fe and Alfe, Mexico, our Bakata, Obakaya, one of boys and Akwaje, Leo say, or Gini, Alan Quadra Musa, woman better me as Akwaja, Madame Argentina, as a defender on a titan. Leo, Eddie didn't come on her, a drew a young coach, as soon as your Messi say. You want to just coach being who answer so Rebecca said you are Pep Guardiola and some other pet. Leo Messi for no the ordinary passer Guardiola and down so or you unique. Now a woman sampa a year born mono Yababa extraordinarily a coaches Omunaro Wamaba Juma Omoko any day Namum Guardiola added something different and ever one of Guardiola at the best of all time. Wafa a manager Saudi P and some one Lionel Scaloni and a Kwache World Cup and a Tabani Namono was what 3 years passer Pep was Pep I had the best of all time I just say why well, the best of all I know coaches I'm about Jumanum Alconino Pep and some other down so was what you had here said your Pep is a redeem matches and you Pep Guardiola and who converse or prepare converse or communicate and some actually players and you didn't know why you're very complete on Tosini and some our Babia now why you're the best and watch it when you're Messi when we are lucky say when we are Pep and some our Barcelona because we be a Kai and your friend Yabakoyati and some Aquacopo and your history and your debate when only a message to the passer Bonsa Timono when we are lucky Sam Omuna coach na your father Pep I'm a maybe a terminal what about your Jumansom Adama Bobokua your father Barca Ebium Anissa was her what you had your baby up coach Becobiano what Jabi B Ewo what called Bamunchin and when we say want to me and for Ben and J and yes UEFA Champions League no mom one only a message to the passer Pep a ball was the San Yoma and some our Germany what about Premier League Gaman for Casa and I had yet Yanyan Sao had yet the first season crown court trophies but will be as a see a Korea's here nam what change a league you know I'm a Pep Asan said the Premier League near Subana maybe a trouble bra when it's Stoke City Asia Tinkona when a man you for Shia Pajin so when Rooney Carlos Tevez again no more anymore one more question on a drug banum elba and what dimly and I just say one more some other bonus for now Pep Eba England Obiaba so passing free today Nedu Sanchez swat who puse check and your message so ball I just a Pep about our brain you know you're then update and you're carrying know and some ama you tell for our show so now one of them Arsenal woman could have for say Mikel Merino on say the year 2025 enquire from January embassy and now year Kasai we 29 goal contributions and a year Spain and Arsenal not just a club and country Akwadana your father said Mikel Merino no and some Amatumbo I was show 29 goal contribution they are not just a bra and worshiper now manager for us Tata one and about Akwadana for us Mikel Merino and some Abasuna coach and say Mikel Merino tonight ehun say Arsenal woman attackers no more now woman so appropriate a problem I'm at Ghana say no and my boy the two who see was say one of solve this problem ampa and come here is a match be on babo am Cameroon jinam and some number 9 be ano one attention go and I can have it echo off ebium I Gabriel Jesus ono and some echo off and we Cameroon kroye and was some first go and the amount for so coach na your friend Mikel Arteta and some Abasona say last season last 2 seasons, last 3 seasons, no more complaining. Say I and Arsenal, woman squad depth, Sebia, we pra, John Brown Ebeyeja, we anstate ye restino, John also Ababon Eyeja because Enwa, who are Juma Noni Madueke, a boy, and the Arsenal, on first go a buy a queer, who are fast with Tia, so Beshemu, and some Adamabuko Saka, will Pio Tomoya crossing Quaya Pena, Ayami Camero Dirty, and some Pimboy Etonet anymore, Saka so Baya, one of some Abesha going to anywhere, wait to me, Bo, Julian Timber, Amon Ray, Yawa Juma Branchaman Ben White, a boya, one of some Atuaso J, man of the match award in Tiano, actually Arsenal, a more squad depth, I just say, and on Crown, one say a Kikanko, there's 100 millions of pounds, our brother, quality, and some of them, and Untina, Arsenal, one about 18 matches in all competitions, one winning 15. Woman drop me and sa woman shot 39 goals. I consider 7. I don't just a manager for us at Tetano and some other so Bajuma pa and now pay your day on something now and some Abana and also Declan Rice, Ekotra, Ayana Scanner, Declan. Fanamami moment and no game I'm roasted more flu no. Now I'm some commerce partisan Kebia, Declan Rice, Abatraguso bat. Report to me and say Edra now Nante normal and so our missed zone ho Declan Rice and Tongu Swachasa and good news our brande woman some China fe woman who said yes canon and so Abesia Kosansa Declan and you'll be on Nante normally Chasa and no agent some and some Adama club na and won't something no yet the Emma no pay was shown so mete sir yes sir and Arsenal ever fear none 27 and some Abusia for our stadium and says will be a panel because Arsenal, Epesameno, Liverpool, Epesameno, Man U, and some Epesameno, I just will be an opera, and Rametissa, Nana Bushia Forums, our Emerald Stadium, one of some Arsenal, and a Brentford, almost who came a free for the first time. I want just a Liverpool career more Salah at 19, and I back to back Premier League matches. Serbia, Yaba Premier League game, one started, the next game, one sun started, our Premier League game, and for the first time ever Mohamed Salah and some career Salah new and one time a match Gusua Kosuni and address to say the old Chinese movie yana you can ninja for na ha unia no abo to say ninja ete a Liverpool almost some benchwa ya then update and some adabana baby a man come on and say Shadrack mama me a Sunderland coach no ye fono Regis Lebris na Regis Lebris our post match and a coach no coca say woman banom say a match a difficult nemum was say adeba a surprise omopa and it's na spaces at the dem just only Liverpool bar woman san kabia be tare ba Sunderland and power say a yomu one passer and one spaces at the da a Liverpool woman some team mo yentie coach Regis Lebris.
Yeah, this game I think we started well, exactly the game plan expected. Probably we were even a bit surprised to be dominant during the first half, I think. So we spoke during the halftime. It's not a surprise. We can play like that, and we have to go all the way and try to score, and it was the case. After that, many players came on the pitch, talented players. They pushed. The crowd was noisy as well, so it's normal to suffer a bit. And we had this opportunity, missed, but it's still a good point.
And no a free coach and fan say Regis Lebris and swear the power bro say woman you surprise here person one woman some our spaces our side game anymore I want them cast one bet me I should go ampa woman ba second half woman so be now gwenum babia na ha dwe pen last minute bono yabo be say 90 plus 4 ye wie no Shadrack sama me san highlight na Sunderland dakoda no e she Jason number 8 no fi bench na ba ye fono Isidore Wilson masa goalkeeper bob long one sim unia 1-on-1 Emma Chese Ayadie say Kieza ana okoyi ball no so free eye Paul no akwan no nya sade anka bia last minute no na John Kankrofo yi ensom register ne kan say last minute goal our Anfield Manchester no ye shepa what the highlight ne ba hu no na coach ne ka wasam say wo munya sa chance wo so antimi am barrier enam som Manchester no wo so anya draw no nyina chi no wo so abefa draw no eno aye kakra free mo ensom banana pay our brahon sam no nyina no ye de abana coach na ye fans ana slot okay say no pay na me can emergency meeting bi won Samaria show yes wo mo bona mane last week ni Sabama wadwuma no say one pajamo dimbom na wanyere ho a ye be sakel na de ama is a simple for the full say I was say ebia by Sunday anopa and I say bia by next week Monday anopa wo mo say emergency meeting ebia sakoba say bia oluzu game against Leeds United wo mo na so ahye and say yes some senior players our Liverpool team mo a wo mo so my confused esan say manager ne tactics no what go and some other more na for man su omo kata na chesem omo su bru omo ama chesem omo say ensanye se bia de no ye de komu na ye say record no wo mo born a game different tactics na mo my confused the next game a different tactics and no some mo you confused yes you know and some complaints Liverpool senior players ni bi and some complain here na ye de update ni na no and some ama ye tell for another pay and some I was shown so ebiam no mami ore fan say Enzo Maresca and one so said the Leeds United wo mu si dufu Chelsea na worship edu ba bi na Chelsea for kwa benya na nkia pon Chelsea no Leeds for yi and some body awodin sonko na bo Chelsea match na manager no wo mu kobusan say na eba no say ana making such changes ama Chelsea for and some other break say and was so born at Chelsea boy against Barcelona and the moduma Chelsea boy against Arsenal 10 against 11 in that channel and on just say ebia debia sa born na Chelsea and some other say debia Wontumi start Caicedo Wontumi start Rhys James Wontumi Marco Palmer and some amotabia Wontumi Wesley Fofana amotabia tedu babia I was some so what's the same so and also interest be among to say enra now send enquire na ebedana dia no ntina ma wono entitu mu say and one not Leeds United our all expect wo mo ye far better and some Chelsea as uhwie ya no agya tum sem uhwie na manager no be so say game bia na different na Premier League no say wanyere ho match be ati say eye den a we be lose yinches ma coach ye fan Enzo Maresca and some other tuka
because we perform so well against Arsenal or so well against Barcelona or so well the last month that we are going to perform always in the same way. For different reasons it's not possible because situation that you have to manage, players that you have to rotate. So for sure for different reasons the level is not going to be always the same. When you come here, but at home away against any team, if you don't perform 100%, Premier League is tough against any team. No, but it's not because we perform.
Now I'm performing at the same level. I want the ball. I have Barcelona. I want performing at the same level. I want to share Arsenal. Premier League media bra. I get tough. Into your day, I was so abayashi. Now my channel do my next level. Butu opponent here. Now Guano. When me William Estival, I was asked to go. It do be enough for County and I bomb Butu my rough and crown. I'm on the yellow card. And until I'm Maresca. A Quadani Frimo. I first half Manchester second half no what the Pedro Neto Abantenwa coach na agi to mu say and we be a hwie we be amadumana wo form wo mo betimi asan wo muti aye Pedro Neto ene Ganacho wo mo mienu nko a ana obeka se no na amadumana e wasoro wo mo maka nyina no wo mo som adigui atwa wata eyi wo mo yam so wo hwie eno eye so ma coach no ensom arekotu kana wonum say Inter Milan wo mo se Bronya abantem answer Bronya the famous a movie a Home Alone but Inter for video I'm de celebrate a Christmas I'm say we there any Home Alone unko unye Home Alone because a there will be about Inter for about achesenom a message aboboku a your father say Inter for no woman some adia ba and nano pay our bobo fear there will be one more your Home Alone and so I will bring a brano I said Inter for so day woman day and some adia ba onum say Galatasaray for say Ademola Lookman omobasa wɔn de ne ka ɛyɛ player fan so Osimhen ɛho na mabɛka twɛm no bi atwam sɛ Galafo no pɛ ana Fenerbahce enso abawram and mete say Galatasaray for no say Lukman eba between 5 to 6 million euros a season womom adebema no nemom Atalanta eba requested between 50 ekosi 55 million euros eho ana asem no won say bia be say womu betua na so mu ntua na ho no enso ade asem beba na bobo kwa won say Juve Ayaria Sunday, wouldn't say Dusan Vlahovic report on me and say, and Anna Vlahovic Abakwa, and Obakwa surgery, yes, and a branch of Vlahovic, you know, and some Abakwa surgery, our Brano Pino, yet day updating about surgery, no, woman saw Abakwa, our London, Intimino Casino, every crowd will re and Samadika Casa, Wabakwa, so 2 months, almost say, woman, we are one to the Ancha Crono, and you're 3 months and a striker, you found Dusan Vlahovic, and some Babeste. And some our fear and on qua. One also play a fancy Federico Gatti. One also about surgery and our Lyon, nearly another course our France now. And Kabasa Gatti and some other surgery area. One center back no. One also call a 40 days. That's a 40 days and automatically. One also 1 month. I kind of call as a 1 month and now what you Bakumi and Biano and a Gatti and some other stay and some our fear and you may a similar Timno. Copa Italia against Lazio. Now report to Mensa can say Milan for the day. Woman boy Europe in Tomodia Nibra Naba Sama anymore. Now Metesa coach and others was started a year Rafael Liao away because I Lazio FA and AC Milan Timno. Woman some about 8 o'clock and you may and a sad game and some about Constantina Rafael Liao ever bought as a 9 Sadiana in Bapamunano. Woman graduate a center forward, you know. Sana AC Milan coach. Your father Mans Allegri and some abase waya kwadana fansara for Leonafe what the aye paraves as to Pinyanum and Adrarabi on aye Jashari num and aye Samuel Richie num among somebody atantanachi Alexis Salamaika somunano and some betimi bom our brand Milan and so as a kwambia so when we qualify the quarter finals our brother Pawon Samno yet ebeye yemfansina yama kwama bedwafono and some amanafe yentoaso sasama Shadrach, Mr. Mamma Cospin, ain't Canadian, sir. Come, Matua Sampona, young Quali Ganum Quakanzana. William said, Yaman second nano Perisam, Bobokua, Yafana Salet to Madrid, Omomantiano, more now some Aquacopra, Alex Baina, any player, Yafana said Yosema Jimenez, any player, Yafana Johnny Cardoso, Omunano, Woman some Aquacopra, Intimate, Sir Ominous game at Somani Bobokua, Yafana said Bow Ababono, Woman out, and you're so better me about my moment and pay not be bow ever training on sa Ghana, yen striker, your fan Inyaka Williams way, and your good news and pay Inyaka Williams and about a year training. I'm in Sakasa, never recovery a year training. No, I'm saying some Quakamapa. Now I recovery and more almost started a year game and Etia Madrid and I pay no Inyaka Williams and some Ababaka. Yet I'm taking and some at Abaya train, Sir Madrid, among Kodano. Trent Alexander-Arnold, any player, your father said Kamavinga, woman some Abaya scan, woman scan area, and you will call Kamavinga, then make us almost in your serious. Now, Trent the other day, we bet me say rest of this year. Next December, I could Trent and Yamobo today. You can say the scan bar, and on some other some other bar. Now, and it's to Valverde, a coach, and the Mabo Crafan Sabe Bow or say, and what Madrid Timon. One man, TV court was say Madrid share first goal and no and just a real omokra because now a gamer woman somebody say and can omobet me when I said you go to see buy no and a match as a bow for no woman to me anya jumani match as a Madrid for no woman cause problems our beba and some team no a do baby now pressure now Madrid and a bow no woman to me handle manager and Casan was send a do baby Madrid for no punish omopa now still counting. Rodrigo at the game number 31 without goal. 31 matches and Rodrigo and Shego and Obama Nana Motumba and your bad crown and swinging at you crown or want to me and your go. Now manager for us Alonso the Ose were born a crown and for the same Mbappe Abaso. Na enwana Mbappe Motumba was sort to answer and a Pemibacasa Tibu Quatwadie was a striker BNWA. What the Homer to talk a Mbappe Nipa back close and some Ellen Haaland Mama Kenya Mama Bo Hurricane Omnia Danamasa was it your back close to Mbappe and some Ellen Haaland Dema as a goalkeeper no and some other Caribbeaniate na Jamaican Enra one of Real Madrid Ampa Manchester Wamunya 13 interceptions and some awo a young match na Enra Barcelona na 13 interceptions here and no quite to say by the final third or no final third so opponent and also go area opponent Nangasa one more half no one penny one more ball not much one ball no much no and Madrid intercepted Makuma 13 one more same Alonso and at the right formation one more defender and your 4-4-2 one more quite I 3-5-2 and Abua Ama Chesanio Koye and some Ama Madrid at Chesano Peno yet an update and some at Abana Tibu Cotoise Vinicius no yegina ye nipa o na wo ba stadium sa wo be di obi atamadu ba bia wono nso ebe losing cool because oba ye wo sere obo no bo hwinsi won kodina tamu a anka no nso abakika no ho mudina tama na nipa no wo so no pe ana wanya ana wani abatere ana ne subanya ha wo so de mo pa mo hwe na no ya de ato ayo Ronald Araho ono na eka o post match o tibu kotwa na eka say wo se Barca kobo aye Chelsea ewie atemdi amodi di Araho eno anama boy na konchan say psychologically wanya fit so the babo board yama FC Barcelona moye sanioma na enye e wo samu jai e wa brana no penum aye kakra e free e wo maso ade ba mete say yes Barca former defender Inigo Martinez enya Europa Wabasa Banamum Barca Niska because say Obano Sikasem Samon for Sujiri Pasa Quadano and yes Saudi and an obas woko be an obas who free Barcelona Namum now a free walk straight to another team a baby beyond Chase walk of floor keke now was Sandy about back and a mamma for Chasa and a sanitary at Chasa Boino now was City Pisaya Diano one more Emma Barca be a Metesa Boino was Sanya Europa one of some other back Barca game weekend one more ball a Real Betis and Sana one more Champions League game abaso report to me Nyansa Femi Lopez ayobia metesa yeso boy no and no hoya and abaya training or your training coach abaha say bia weekend a game Lopez abetimi abo obabi dia chasa one more Champions League game against Aya Frankfurt and no Aya next midweek akwadano and some other ball na Gerard Martin the last two games in our ball as a center back na against Deportivo Alaves and Atletico Madrid were born in our two consecutive games as a center back now. Emsa Empanfana Janopa. Womutiri pass Nico Martinez anyway. Emsa Jean Martin Aya Fasudi and some Aswa Eddie Ayanioma. Nadia Amabasa Wontumi confirm say Rashford Omobatona outright and say one. Vamos say on press it. Sere Rafinha, eba nanu yabe press ye. Rashford, enye sa ebium nisika wa Johnson asopa. Interne sana tedi opening names Barca we on beka yedasi. Edi achane ne bia Rashford no ensom akoba bi ono ensom abeso oko eye yemfensi na afa bedwafo ne mana yentoa so this eye Wontumi Sports Buffet. Sports Buffet live on Wontumi TV digital satellite and pay yeah juma and afemeka say Facebook and so ye jina meza na where there
Keke ko no just na. Keke ko. Just way. Keke ko.
Pasa, menye baifu.
Just
I'm baifu on chia. Well, Steve, now we are fine. The idea is on school fees in Tia.
Okay, how was the day?
Oh, yeah,
was the day?
Utia,
so okay.
You
better go some. You but so okay, they will have a first. Let me pay. Oh, yeah, you're aware. I will do what you will be an ame pebe the audio I could try you know or Masa.
Yeah, was school fees. Yeah, school fees.
Yeah, so then on a body different. Oh,
and you'll be. And no, now can no do a view of
and that's our own pressure cramica. Pressure cramica. Miss Mosumo who's our pressure cramica. Oh, pressure cramica. Miss Mosumo was our pressure cramica. Mosukra
school fees.
Oh, there is school fees. Minyan, your Madrid cemetery school fees.
No one triaso.
Because cemetery, but many Madrid cemetery school fees.
That time sorry.
Come sorry. I'm hearing you be done too much.
Whoa. Mummy remember na fi nkumene ya
yabam dada. You want the final was in 2 teams in the boy and start. You dada. Ah. As soon as was in the team you back here Sunderland, back here Liverpool.
No Sunderland, no Liverpool. Sunderland nyende.
Jirafa kunesa.
Support it.
Ma wasa komfutro nyeni. Eh, mummy nko why. Yeah. O say bo Aubameyang na Barca no pay. Now story now with regards to Aubameyang ne the coach. Eka fan ho nyina say Aubameyang is a champion. Me can deserve Olympic master coach. Also Aubameyang the transformation. What did to Benzema ho? What did to Higuain ho? Lewandowski. 3 players, you know, yeah, they can say a natural center forward. These are all players are Okasa we left number 9 hod nako to in chain say Lewandowski more 7 naturally all killing in strength. Okasa Benzema and more 11. And now say I can say positionally moving out wider. Only say all limited Benzema effectiveness. Apart from Benzema and Lewandowski, no, also another player in the net to Higuain home and Higuain. I mean, yeah, kind of crazy. Benzema and Lewandowski crowd ultimately move them on wide, and you're the best out of them. How much more Higuain or the Kobo 11 and I say, and sometimes no, the Amaya Kase profile definition no. Yeah, and yet so Obian to me in Kobo ho. Say sometimes center back Odru nche ho na so cross back. Near pass more no pass.
Yes,
but so be effective.
There are certain basic requisites. We a winger, a toe, 1-on-1, speed, explosiveness, being athletic. And you might know unya Higuain a game room. But yeah, stay on Aubameyang. He's not a center forward man for a Gini Dibri power. Shadrach can prepare the numbers and no family. He's not somebody world no a believer say Aubameyang cry no or was so but
yeah
the coach no assembly work be amene ya adwene
true
Aubameyang and Benzema na bosso
400 career goals.
Yes,
send quite about 2 weeks ago now nyai
plus a home assist. Ni nyina ka bo mu a ne transformation no e super me ne transformation na me ka ho asem nye numbers no.
Okay.
Me fa numbers and define potential. Go na me fefe e true but me I don't speak to numbers in definition of potency and your numbers dey asaka Giroud why better say Thierry Henry ni Michel Platini.
Yes,
on your all-time top scorer of France and numbers there e ka Lukaku e better say Hazard or Belgium and your numbers there and numbers there e ka baby to e better say Abili Pele. I don't always speak to numbers.
Okay.
Let's speak to the transformation. One Haaland. Haaland a free age 10 no 9 and Wabba see the Yaman or they can say. That same thing cannot be said of Kylian Mbappe. I didn't hear. Mbappe 9 no a than to my 9. A 9 no he had to go through other processes of growth. And San Obabe drew the center forward. Shadrach can prepare Madrid ne Bilbao or Momentum ne Bilbao ne Madrid game no. He goes rush no the Bible says so. No Aubameyang didn't have a bonabaso in terms of the transformation no? From Benzema Higuain and Lewandowski they deserve Mudino because they have always been stuck around the center forward position.
Yes,
but Aubameyang you know a number 9 for I can say wide forward. Now grower or box you beat said you're killing Mbappe you know. Na me rate Aubameyang ahead of even Adebayo. Africa continent. See the CGG Adebayo, so see the Bonidino. Obama, you better say no. But yeah, the Adebayo want to draw Banio tomorrow. But you both draw Banio to Imperceptible Obama Sudio. What has been the case here? But my mention what DB. There are 3 things I make for Obama. One say the profile now, according to FBref. Maybe your data analytics platform be brave, you should be a different. FBref on Obama to similar players are on the ball bono essay. Players are on the profile essay. But on the transfer market so they positionally. But be Obama bebo. Now before no, Osha Isaka, I wanted to Obama
Fred Mo was said by the close of an my my bread.
When the
close of an was a Fred movie.
Fred boys is says he honey betria. Sound. Okay, so I wanted to Obama young box room and on board Isaki Jonathan David in your box room. Visa all center for us in the box on Hajane. Obesa Frank Torres any movement into the box in the mobility. Babu now the ball no to it. You have somebody like Mathieu Retegi. Visa all players are Lautaro Martinez. You don't want to Obama young and positionally it will be left or ball right or bottom. Yow Lewandowski on Bro Obama young so Benzema and Bruno so. And of course, he go in the main castle Bruno so cry. Or no cry, he go cry. Me can say, "O Drew Bamiyan cry." No cry, no cry. Na me catch no. Finishing variety number 1. Finishing variety. They say, "Osheniti, Osheni na benkum, Osheni na nifa, Oshasoro form." It's not somebody who is very much limited. I want a type of scoring. No, Giroud Oshegua. Never power no effective. Niti. Yamin Shaw. Not bad left. You can't predict Aubameyang, and you can't say a finishing variety. He can finish anyhow from deep to say what take you off our Okri. Now watch this angle. This is potency. The angle of finishing is about 25 degrees Celsius.
I say Africa, dear, I ain't Africa, dear, not that much because almost about 2 weeks ago, Krebaso drew the goal number 400 career goals. I was like, wow.
I'm sure.
Also, all the numbers crown a walker. Now, I mention for a player from Africa. So be reach that milestone 400 career goals. Wa Arsenal, be Chelsea, Kobo Barcelona, akwa Saudi, Ababo Marcel, akwa Samba, Ebo Marcel.
Yeah. Aubameyang. Me say opa bodro ba na to din. Ne bo ade ba yodi obi anyo hwe. Onya bo Aubameyang na obi be so mu ho no a. This has been Africa has say treat Aubameyang. But go your shay, Shadrack and Kone, just 3 things from Aubameyang profile me move quickly nko. Before born or share that different angle no Shadrack and Kone on can. Ya ha debut ha. First of all, obo play no opposition no positionally or take off in between the 2 center backs. Watch something here. Yeah. In between the 2 center backs. But enya mo me no ntem ho no pick ball no. But no crab ball no because of the knowledge he has about Aubameyang side. The ball no 2 space or place ball no 2 space. So watch the position. He's starting the position from 2 central defenders in the but watch the ball destination. And son Aubameyang no track akwa. And son now the angle of the goal na so. And yema me where he took off from, where he picked the ball and the shooting angle. Wait. A definition of potency. And then I'm say Oshebe nkum ne soro ho na odi nyini ye no. Oshe nifa and Oshe mfimfin. Now we need you moving from mfimfin obefa ball no ase a taking off the goalkeeper as well. Oh you keeper na frame no esama angle no very tight because only go frame no mu biem. Na me catch say o shooting variety. And now Alan statistics na buy no. Ne na be nkum ne box wa box no 96% of the goals no wa no box no. Meaning say opposite defending one. Try to keep him outside the box. Aubameyang is different. Now me person you know to say yeah top 5 Africans are the 21st century now you mama yeah Aubameyang can quality player. Now say Jan celebration no. Ya no roll fashion or ya no okume. Or ya no okume. Quality top player. Say no ya share ni mood you obetimi the Gabon ababaye e AFCON no. World Cup come on say cool. And he's part of the generation.
Now this game crochet 2 goals from a goal down. I'm only Newcastle in the Champions League. Where the second goal in the same game now. Oh yeah, first goal now. So yeah.
Yes.
Okay, but you free by the quite fast on your connection.
In between the 2 center backs, I heard you. Oh me no 15 on amno. Also was a bit the same thing. And of finishing just the near post. But be a keeper in Jan of finish a chance. No, yeah, he's a strong striker. Very, very strong striker. Adiana ka want to carry a longevity at a particular club. Some Monaco, Obacha Chelsea, Obacha Barca. No project be about the scene now. So that has been the different thing on Wontumi I enjoy be. Patro the person me say there Samuel to call Barca. And you ho champagne for would do more club no more. Na eto ka ho no. Said you obenya other top strikers said draw back up Chelsea. I'll be any 4-2-3-1-1 no e dey draw back one top. Na so ba me am so nya club I bet respect no. No better na wache. Na I grown for about 6 seasons na kodo mo ba. But I no dey no. Obako biara se engineer ndi. Engineer pafofro di quickly now so move. Even with that Aubameyang may be placing ahead of Adebayo.
Okay.
And now selection no Madrid Bilbao game no it was top game, but me there so shadows of a bit of conflict between Mbappe and Vinicius. And I say results only say results e chicha mai. Results the fam the kata cracks so intimi in show results ayade nyina results kata every conflict so in football. Shadrack Meyen commenting, but before that the selection of the 4-3-3 no a place Adagula outside the team lineup. Adagula de makachro obi obi cause troubles bebresa, but need the to say Hendrick the bi or bench na camera ko capture no na you say but so upon game no ba ko kasa no ya intense name going forward. I know so because what the 4-3-3 I saw from Alonso yesterday, got a lot from the players, Trent O2, Carreras, Yako and the best partnership for strength and stamina. I am Militao ni Rudiger, so we a feta. Medford and almost all day Kamavinga bar in place of Gula because not all quite away. He wanted to, respect defensive balance. And the Kamavinga, a bad film movie, and then Valverde. And we try many count and we push in your Valverde back on Bellingham and the Valverde call right side of the attack and the Vinicius went to us here. This is the lineup. It will check here the say in it will be BBO Jude as a late runner into the box.
Force 9B shadow striker
and as a fourth attacker behind Valverde, Mbappe and then Vinicius. Trameni as a deep setter to protect the back line. And then you have Kamavinga boxing the defense and the attack to say, oh, yeah, box to box. I see Nemum Adagula any position waha. We know I'm a very debemi and no kakra, even though you're right when you honor no pay. But so remember 2 passes so dear and you so be me and no kakra. Jude, for the time being, the performance was but Madrid media not started with goals and if Jude one more. Jude would want to offend more. Now, but be a problem now. A one, yaw. 2 players in me in terms. Shadrack me game no kakra. Number 1, me can send for.
But would you not preach the connection between Mbappe and Vini almost 3 BBA?
Say the baby.
Who say my show going in a celebrity baby?
Okay.
What else? Who your coach? Into me new watch me.
Uncle on started highlight we. Mbappe nice. Mbappe in your first chance.
Okay.
This is the game. Sama Messi. Now we know ye Bilbao first chance umunya ye. Anche bia kra no mulusu ball we ya. Watch this from Trent. Or carry ball no. I'll talk about. Now before Shadrack to ball no. Hold on to that place. Sakobiu.
Maybe Arnold. Ebe
suma ball no. What will you say first of all? Arnold the recover ball no.
Yes.
That is recovery. 2 and you shadi you that recovery hold this here Shadrack. Recovery is a process through which body baba be will team no ho. It will true or not Arnold no na body ba Madrid ho. Ka we win adwuma we asa kwato body ba fifi ho. Na ko ba to aso. But let's look at the next idea e won team after so we win ball no. The American said Trent is one of the best attacking fullbacks in the game. After winning the ball, area had your friend hot spot. Hotspot means Bilbao for saying also. So the propensity of you losing the ball is very high. To think say Obia taking off our corner a vision. Now to have the technical ability for that crossfield pass. And only define us what was Mbappe take off. Now ball the could do no ho. And a technical application for the pass alone. Auto pass now between Fifi counter, but watch this pass. And the ability to move the ball from this condensed zone, so the one suffocating. This is strength. and then my bot Trent about say you defend there obaka say when you ball no eh so in Madrid no to me the defense ni ho adwuma kakra bi ka ho a yaw Trent best have a body of ball Liverpool now Shade bi say watch this pass
pinpoint
this is crossfield now Bilbao for say na kasoro for as to chasing Mbappe o America when you Trent you be from he set up Mbappe on 1-on-1 now for Mbappe be take obia watch this situation here now how do you hear me now Ahano has been 2 attackers for Madrid Vinicius and Mbappe watch the understanding here
okay
Shadrack Mianko now you want to see understanding between these two players watch Shadrack then Mbappe decided say Obaka could shoot
glory say so full so beats me actually because as a striker there say yes so striker also selfish
around the box you know
yes
it's true before this highlight you know Mbappe had that name said na Shadrack the beba
who dey work no
yes
highlight no Vini mo die bi
on the crossing line also and it was a perfect moment for a pass. I am sorry if I will not have it here. Okay. It was a perfect moment for a pass.
And share born be who dey work
it was
now who dey option
yes
there was one and can be the best option for Mbappe and he say obe pass it to Vini and a Vini nso benya bia
this
na the perfect option so san obe pass it to Mbappe
nice omu you be ignore yonko and then I said okay no problem say team no win dia nobody will go back talking about the one pass will be but the person me can say as a finisher see if I born 20 there yaw Mbappe we you who we he's really told everybody say a body can say finishing you have born in 20 there you know what is left in the final third that chemistry no on Vinicius Benya chemistry translates into rhythm but chemistry now there's no rhythm in any department on the field. That job belongs to only the players and not the coach. Yeah, better can say many are free. Better can say many are free. Oh, a German in Kosovo, you buy new. Mutabia, just we are there now, baby.
Nesse, and ya loan so assembly, a cost beat
that. Now, your players, I'm not drumming on Castle You know what the havoc will cause to the opposition. Now when MNS so when players begin to form friendship, coach but when they don't want to subdue their ego and sacrifice the order, that pressure not any a coach in so a call that squad no so sign a host CA.
Whoa, new mate me that say Meza.
Yes, yeah, my initiative for now. I say. And that was a very good victory from Real Madrid. And I think for this game, I think for its relevance over the course of the years, you said there has been a lot of tension because there are beautiful stories and there are hurtful stories that are attached to this particular derby. So, this is one of the oldest derbies in the history of Spanish football. It goes beyond football to even a certain extent to say it made in Tokwane between the most dangerous ultras for Atletico Bilbao. I am from the Harry Norte Tardia. They trying to shot for the HNT. Omone Real Madrid's ultrasa. It made Danny Butu Kraman Tokwa winning your man United me bem. But I think due to the past years now, this fiction should done something a geared towards a trophy or more or less for a league title, and attention the from Kakra. But it also doesn't take away the fact that it was through an Atletico Bilbao and a Real Madrid match that in Kofukobi or Moka Mohubo Betty Atletico Madrid. Enya Gideon Akuma pass derby. Said your Bilbao for a free baby abana. You could go a basket for a mobile school or Madrid. And no more Atletico Madrid in the Atletico Bilbao in the Real Madrid game. And they decided, they said, no, we have to create another bus club here. Who we're going to create a Atletico de Madrid. Normally, based on the normally better Atletico. What's the had the jersey colors of Atletico Bilbao and the jersey colors of Atletico Madrid looks equal. But the main importance of this particular game is not because of the ultras, it's not because of their past history. But what it matters most was about Xabi Alonso putting his things together and getting results as soon as possible. Because Barcelona, before any game, now check La Liga table na no be Real Madrid mu kakra ka ho sanka Real Madrid entimi anwene enra game ya ka mi sanka 4 points na ye di hu nkomo se dom mu yenu ntem, which doesn't sound right for Xabi Alonso. Nemum omo oska bia atem bia na no pa bia omo sori omo ma Kylian Mbappe 2 cedis no mu tutu pad am fangu ni tren because adwuma na akoda na ye de ma Real Madrid afi we no bra adwen ntiase so. Games where you believe he's even out of the discussion, then he pops up. Now you think the baby of far ball, baby or J pass. Then when he influence, even for the second goal, Kamavinga ball no. Baby of course run up pinball no the two Kamavinga so by easy ball tapping. Panya not the ball out to net. But it sends one message to the Real Madrid players, you know. A chair at the back of it. Say, recognize Kylian Mbappe as the king of the team and play for him.
And Omobeye.
That is what they should do.
We say from the Mbappe what the young for last season Tunche, last season for the Oyen this season. Any especially anyone a modern bar assigning 2 goals.
Assigning 2 goals nina.
Main kind of send a modern bond.
This season they should recognize him. On
your poster ball.
On your henno. Mummo ono yo hene no mummoma no yaw me kai se mene former Kumasi Asante Kotoko Abdulrazak Golden Boy edi nkomo about the time of Kotoko enyoma na omoye na o set example bi ma me say there were certain players within the team and no from winning bonus na sa players no si e bobo no as a center back no ohu se opponent ne center back akone na ho kakra bi a no aye din mo ma ne be 5 minutes time
so be retaliate
e bi akona bi aba be 5 minutes time no or be retaliate here because or say such a player needs to be protected by us because you game na winning bonus ba ye nyina yen say dey e ka bi obi an say dey e kona no. But at Real Madrid it might not be about winning bonus. But it might be about how it's important to win trophies at the end of the day. How it is important to win games and trophies at the end of the day. You see, Abra Cristiano Ronaldo call Real Madrid. Ashasi no munya hunu so the king. It's in 9 years in the bono. Oshego no aba. But Real Madrid for who said debi. Ya ma Ronaldo ambe ya dina.
Mention Mujara Ukraino.
Yeah, more Ronaldo and Bayadiana.
Ronaldo and Raul in our there is no way. Ube fat.
Yeah, Ronaldo a life, a
sacrifice Raul.
Life, a shebre. Yes, a shebre. Obiane said the Yamia born and he said you be an Yamedina Drew. Yafantu Trimisa. There are people who are made and born to be kings. There are people who are made and born to serve kings. And you won't call for swa. Yaw ya wo omudo omuba wiase so omudo omu ye omuto hini si hini obia ne said the radio city aye no ama obia so ho wonfa so what did you mention as no enye so obia ho ni fa so enkofo ma kofu ko ma bom di nyina obia ho wonfa so because nei di otu hini si hini no so won fa ni di ama na opa hini di a wonfa ma wo di aboso omeso mo hini no so won treat ni ye obetimi bibia gu adwane ma mo wadi no free wo no akofo for the naba. It is very important to realize obia what team nimbia effort or the Real Madrid, but the sole focus should be about that bibia should be in the interest of the club and it's the interest of the club yeah or hene ba ko penny yi na si wo se e be som no e ye hwan Kylian Mbappe. Just look for him in 2013. Now when Rooney was Manchester United, 2013 there were big boys in the Manchester United team. Okoto Van Persie by after first game at United losing no say derby. Rooney mudim co training grounds not Ferguson ti obi a won and say obi anya ball the first player mo hwe no. Robin Van Persie. One passable na Robin Van Persie bia na you be drop your next game.
Ferguson so dey no obey.
Ekwo wi ase na Manchester ye dey.
J League.
Now one top scorer.
Van Persie.
Iti players no bi akɔ fi obi ahwanto no na obi hu kɔkyerɛ no.
Vinicius is FIFA best too.
Vinicius is FIFA best. Understood? I'm saying you were to hine ni esi hine.
FIFA best no.
Any wa 7 you see upon all things would be biato ntia Kylian Mbappe level na or the ba Madrid no. E was so chen time na Vinicius Junior Crampo ba Madrid cry and chen baby cry.
FIFA best.
What did they mention as no? And definitely before Cristiano Ronaldo came to Real Madrid, I can tell you there were certain players within the Real Madrid setup. They were big boys. They be moving individually. They are not my and they might be Real Madrid. Because about Real Madrid, the king there was Raul Gonzalez.
Ronaldo the best.
The bow best in the waje. But Krobia ni mumra.
Hono mo best na mo.
Krobia ni mumra.
Oze topic we no. Akada da say. Obi enu ho Madrid ho oben Kylian Mbappe no.
Asem no.
My case waka.
Ode best neighbor na ka so age best ni bi ba ho.
I think I saw about 7. Like I saw 7 the other day.
Nti no
following year.
Enyo no kwa na den.
Ballon d'Or
ba if you
Jonas will have we abon masters I bibia could you so say so san ko school.
Nti enyo we
watch a Ballon d'Or no right to England. Watch be Italy. Ba wo ba ha. Won ye hwe no no. I was say Madrid na yo mo as a institution be I end there. Yeah, examiners.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, they are cool.
Restaurant to be or how a sika no more pay. But almost say fast slippers in my home. And yes, can no more pay. Think I won't find whatever a person. But I am the policy. That is standard. Into Madrid, the Diano, what the Diana buy.
The Ballon d'Or.
The winning in the paper Vintrana FIFA best. I don't know. There
has been a brilliant story about some of these things at Real Madrid, where at a point in time, I thought Karim Benzema was the most important player for Real Madrid, but he was not the king. When we say Karim Benzema, he was the most important player for Real Madrid.
Maybe at some point, Ramos was important,
but he was not the king.
But no,
he was not the king. But yaw, emre enin krabia, echere say, bibi wo wiase we bia na obra ye didua ne bra ye ditwa. So what did they mention as no? Bible wo kure ntwantro, oso di obegu na no na utwa. Iti whatever you do now to serve, it will get to a time because there was a certain picture. Not Benzema actually born in same the ma either Modric or Cristiano Ronaldo after saying waje Ballon d'Or.
The Modric.
That picture no. Me who be ana? It tells me something about life. Say time and season because it don't be na Benzema born in same the mo be so waje Ballon d'Or. But ko we are saying na Benzema ni the crab Ballon d'Or na man for ball mo same the man.
Ana Vini no so feel say Sere Benzema sum Ronaldo. Ema Ronaldo koya. Benzema be yo hene no. Vini no so feel so no so sum Benzema.
Ana
Vika edru no so no na.
Vini no so
sanka ebianka Mbappe no. So Mbappe de no yesanka Mbappe sign ne be obi a. Afino no so fifa say Desire Doué. Na nke de ne ba ma. Me ba wo na nko no ba be sum Vini. Ani e the big boy.
Ah no chen Vini. Say, oh yes, Kylian Mbappe, Kylian Mbappe is a big boy. And even Vinicius, no so the fair share of.
Mbappe or Vinicius,
oh channel,
oh
channel,
FIFA best Champions League, World Cup,
Madrid Champions League. And they said they will koto.
There be Omumi and the contest is the two guys. Mbappe Madrid new. Omumi nu at the Champions League where you be.
New.
Now we should get a World Cup we will be.
We should FIFA best we will be.
New me ba.
Obeji bi atra no ho.
Oyanje.
New me ba.
Kese ke Mbappe so
new me ba. Whatever Ansumwai.
Body
Mbappe so Vini.
New.
Obi oni Messi name
our club.
Abobo no Messi.
Almost.
And I would have to say breakfast now, man.
Breakfast now. They should look at him and work for him, and I think things will be fine for Real Madrid.
But
in the process of even serving a king, Joseph has always been an example in the Bible. In the process, in a free prison, conserve Potiphar, koyese. All in that particular process, at the end of the day, Joseph be a channel. So sometimes you need to serve to become a king. Yeah. And Vinicius, who knows? Ubetima serve Mbappe will play so sa afi ye koyi Ballon d'Or na obi abeka se debi born na o boy no e wo say Vini aye we actually goes be but when I was say dey you
say the next Ballon d'Or fu say when on be discuss say Madrid omo do reps say
the next Ballon d'Or no cry no because a World Cup ni part of it no Vini wa chire because Carlo Ancelotti Brazilian team no Vini na eme man crumble was that team. But for France, World Cup no mo koni nyina nipo e captain Mbappe. Ye kwa World Cup so nya ka se he team so mbe kwa kwa mo nim kese pa ne mre mu pa ni players e kuta omo a.
Ahore Mbappe advantage mo. Ahana na Vinicius and transfer.
Yeah, I think oh yes, yeah, Baba Suzy. Now on a little bit on a Chelsea bit. Yeah, and at least United Chelsea by 3-1.
Coach me fan. Coach.
Oh, yeah. 1 week. Yeah. Only problem I'm in the war. Only problem I'm in the war.
Register
Daniel Farka. New. Oh, the Adela was 1 week. Enzo Maresca world class. I don't know.
Yeah. Nanka di Mateo be Champions League. Almost Frank Lampard, Omar Chelsea bounce so Wontumi inside place. Crowd Tammy Abraham, that na Tammy Abraham e fia. Messi Mount me na from graduate aba. Odomo bomba almost bema.
But yaw, on say the biase mo be kawa.
I say already matches ni be chain matches. And Premier League so back here, and those big games.
Winning major trophies will always put you at a certain level as to go. A lot to be expected from you. But yeah, there is a clear difference between reality and expectations. Sometimes, if you expect too much and forget about reality, are you disappointed in life?
Quick.
It is for Chelsea situation. The message I'm telling Chelsea fans and opinion is say, the expectations are different from the reality. Despite say, or the Madrid Club World Cup, or the Madrid the Conference League, this team is still young.
Oh yeah, that one there.
That is the reality. They will pop up in certain big games to prove say they are getting there. But definitely there are certain games that will expose their ignorance.
And the expectation
and inexperience.
The expectation was you don't put up two fantastic performances against Barcelona, against Arsenal, and follow up.
Yes, sir.
Without shambolic form.
Shambolic form. But that is the reality of Chelsea team, no. Yeah, this team hasn't gotten to the level of my consistent. He said, "Your big games that for no." So manage your expectations. Know the thing difference between the reality and expectation. Big boys, you showcase. He said, "My baby, I've come to the party. I want to show them a little bit. Say, your presence." Maybe your team has not been built to play against team. Maybe your best 5 deep, 6 deep. So you are now building a team. You are not building a first 11. And then I tell supporters, they tell me also that is the reality. Regimes in team more every single game. So I've seen people complain now, Benchi winning team here. That is the reality. Say because of fixture conjunction, at that no. It's also a balanced team, no. And the reality is bench no do na so nya de.
I remember Steve
You see, Maresca also winning term with club now. Yeah, also winning term because club now we are notorious for sacking managers even when they are winning. And he also winning term. On the club now. Yeah, Messi interview be to repeat winning the World Cup again, and watch him. I say I possible, but watch him. So even the last World Cup, na lack about Mafapa, especially in the matches games of against Netherlands and then France in the final. And so if you 2 games here, indeed, the Messi air can I know correct. But before Argentina World Cup, I could win. Now there was done for the European sides. yeah, anytime the European sides no let me win from 2006 no almost call the next campaign na pure disaster. Into Ilibe winning against France in 2010 in a group with New Zealand and other weaker opponents. Almost and qualify and free group no. Germany winning World Cup no. Spain Belgium 2010 the next World Cup disaster. Germany in Sube winning Obabium South Korea and be in a free group stage in the Croatia and progressing. But France Belgium 2018, so we were expecting say that case never to us. And France managed, so made me a qualified free star group. Not only that, almost by a call all the way to the final. Until we had the difference as compared to the previous winners, almost Lambo Munyayana. Now you check the squad on the coin and say they wanted to reward Omo Mokoji and say Omunkobi. Whereas France of 1 year, my DNA say, you're very rewarded or more top 4 during the year of the World Cup. Into Blaise Matuidi echo for 2018, Florent Thauvin, Omunyina Kobi. But during the 2022 World Cup, it was a different infusion of different players. Be almost performing very well, and the core say World Cup. But doing that, now I share Argentina team here. Kita say based on France's more resurgence any modern ball boy the last competition Argentina shows signs of quality. I'll meet me as about World Cup and ABG mana and also the names about Europe now. I think the majority of the boys are more boy at the last World Cup now baby. But omanya depth in form at their clubs and now omo players are still omo deserve say Scaloni in some form umbrana, which I feel Argentina and free gas so they still have that steam, hot steamer or the World Cup. But as to defend the World Cup, dynamics need different. The king and the player regarded as the greatest of all time say winning the World Cup is so difficult. Messi Aka in the interview so winning the competition is very difficult for any other team because Obenya teams be all muscle obeje but wait me say point and also eliminate you. Even against Saudi Arabia after Omo lose now the question surrounding around Argentina say can they even qualify from the group, and they did it. So make sure Argentine national team squad now though Messi would want to repeat that, but based on quality and performance I think they are still in the hunt for the World Cup. And Ubenya Argentina, Ubenya that of Spain, Ubenya France and so on. In the context of winning the World Cup, that is what I would want to see. A long way from this time. We may try and draw or China, but winning the World Cup, there are a lot of elements that has to come to the party before you think of even defending the competition. And now Liverpool ni Sunderland game no, yeah, she game no time and aso. Daniel Sturridge in so can be. Yeah, Jimmy Carragher net wins no Tumbo over park and so. Was say Salah legs are weak into ridiculous. I would defend Salah on any day because you can never write the story, the success of Liverpool recently without the name Mo Salah. Obian will beat my ass idea. Say Liverpool success here when you club abasu obey Salah dear free. And my church already say how many strikers no my bar or own city no in the season cry Sadio Mane edge top scorer our England no okay that season 3 players in Nigeria
22 each,
Salah, Aubameyang and then Sadio Mane into Obianwa what me yes had no but we have a manager who is struggling to identify the best lineup and na Sturridge Akano. And clearly, say Liverpool team, Mejitum say Salah, modern mono, and yet of last season. I admit say and yes, here, but there are reasons to that. And they say, coach in a slow Liverpool game, no. In the Sunderland game, there were so many occasions and Liverpool beat him a or more. But because Liverpool will slow the game, Alisson, ever more, I go back into position. And how do you win? So story there no can I had a perfect situation at Liverpool. On him 11 I had the best for him. Because only Dominic Sobo's life you are. I feel one player or boily or ready and can help Liverpool. Hey, Federico Chiesa. He has played at Juventus. The Italian national team, when they were winning the Euros, he was the kingpin. Into Enyesa Obia or a youngster being an Oberman game minute in Kakran, he has seen it. But he preferred to play Codicapo, that position. Sometimes the club and there are certain players here shows and these are the boys to get out of.
Sometimes Steve Ujay managers need be
almost win certificate
because one last season fine club didn't know Jao Quena no another of first 11. What has changed? Arnold Echo Diaz Echo. Why is signing Sakawaki Kibai? No one form or both from there either the left or center forward. And then I stop also be keeping the same momentum now. Isaac my free bench because one Isaac in year pre-season.
Yeah. Who said I make some this earlier? Go back to the basics, go back to the names, you know. And I'll introduce Joe Gomez at right back. Say your problem. You see, Virgil van Dijk and no defending now, or you know. I am who baby a Van Dijk person, Mujebayano, meaning baby or person could Jina Sana. Yes,
the same in the share goal.
Mujebayana. And one a 2022 Champions League Yanji. Mujebayana. But the basis in football, defending, the art of defending. You close your marker. No man, I'm an rethink. So I'm be a bit my lay passer. So when you go now, maybe go now. OJ Bono, one or pass my opponent. Go hard on him. Now Van Dijk, Air Konechi, and then some ball or some deflected ball no koshe. So, media, Liverpool cannot set up a lineup at Mo Salah Mobile. Now, the players to play for Liverpool, Hugo Ekitike, Federico Chiesa. The problems of Chiesa na nyaso nimbo no bo aye injuries na hano. So Cody Gakpo no still on fashion or is highly predictable on taking players on or you know aye cutting. And look at Sunderland manager no. Point no manyano.
They were surprised.
He's very good. Intimate Daniel Sturridge yadwin. Manager don't miss some BBS anime who. But rather obet was what was to say obet divide Liverpool team obet create more cracks with team name. Mean can't say match be a Salah starting. But Salah can never be the problem of Liverpool. Send Jimmy Carragher. Oh, you know 26 krana 90 a week. Oh, yeah, the ball bars I know cause you need a clips ana. Jimmy Carragher. Mo Salah some now kind of simple sir. How many players in the team ba oba first season say one season wonder or twice so onyade. Whatever be the case of Liverpool, by now when they start to see a year no Anfield ho. And then you wabe for Liverpool. What's surpassing the legacy of Steven Gerrard?
Well, so on your screen, some Allardyce on Jamie Carragher claiming Mo Salah's legs have gone. And will say he should know better. That is pathetic statement, and he is good at them. He's thrown it out there for a bit of popularity. That's a disgrace. Allardyce is Robert Canadian.
You see,
Carragher a share in Venus because time only a per contract has signed in and someone okay can form no. As a anything say. Obeja to say be a Salah Baba in Liverpool.
Carragher na ball no. Net is Sergio Ramos and Kadi Obeka biano. I won't comment on it.
Yemrefi Sharak Munyan ready na Yemrefi na ene ya wadanti ya baba share ene kan wo no ya baso real quick na fi ya baba to aso enso e de fro na obi a obabi obefa so be 12 13 14 minutes bi ado obi a betime nya na ya baso nti quick
I'm already a moment and queen and fan kakra.
You know, FA Cup in the league, you know, na yebo. Oh, fortunately for you, if Obako Africa, said I could go stars corner, you know, could have free competitions. But you know, beyond the Africa, there be 2 clubs in the coin. They said I could FA Cup in the league. Now, the Aqua say this season, you know, no pressure will have to focus from Coach Obaka time. Nobody, no pressure was through, and no pressure free now, but it has been a constant pressure because of the stature of the club, you know. Some materials in a year, the expectation of fans and they say, as I finish so on can be on perform we now utie post match reactions from fans in the beer. If you a players and say and so they are not putting the blame all on the shoulders of the coach, Didi Dramani. They feel say sometimes opponent to be a sabe and can we hear training po. Wow, cause coach where they transcend and so your boxer, whoever as a performer. And your opponent to be a team push you corner or yes, you are not bringing in standards. Yes, it is performance. It is game. The outcome can never be predicted. ABI, the science and any money. Even when you know, say, difference is so this is in Hasbrook Elbow League. Now, Obo FA Cup. Now, Kwakwa say 2 different competitions in there. As a Hasbrook a born homoding El Hopa. Now, okay, the last coach, ultimately Hasbrook a call. Both competitions, the furthest pointer, a coach Samobodu. FA Cup, League, and then Africa no supplementary kakra. But not only that, sorry, and coach the money assembly babontin say, or that GFAC say, GF no timiama kwanse enkobo ball no elpo bi ma. Ashasi mpo no. Imagine na me be catch you. Me and say, na coach pa ade na abedam empanimfo ase GF fo ase. Na you say true life for no kwakoye yeti aw say won pene sa na wo no. Big club we mu no be bokra osuro na wo sade kopo bi man na me kra me trim sa na me ka say e say true life for no omo sorry tia you know say okay e bi kra no ma for the motivation say po bi man omo timi ne has for the ataso yo ade chen ne da sorry ya e say true life for na sha has for
why you say
true life ampani ampa
show mo na say
ama sha has for and I'm saying no me division 1 for now and on ya do see that be division 1 division 2 I'm saying no no credit I'm saying no division 2 coach Didi Dramani look go stars echo basake no and come on aye di na many opportunity let me say coach Amankwa basaka ye kɔ ya win ya pressure na ebeba league no so patriotic the make say 2 competitions more na wa win FA Cup na at pressure no league no so no kakra. As soon as you exit from the FA Cup, a nina will league in so. Now, so dear me, Maridi Matitine say, Didi Dramani a dream of the man or has a folk on the 10 year. They were looking for a coach here, or what certain playing identity, or not dream in his ideology, in his understanding of the game. A quiet win and a first one, I met him in the house for Kakwako Jina Beawi. Now, has folk Romania be paying. Omo benya a squad a ball with a certain identity atwam pay enti omo chase sources no mu sources na aye omo say oh ene ya sa koya chi a onu one battalions ne aka because a committee the famous 11 ne aka so yo Didi Dramani be fa adwuma no omo ka kire say coach wa e kwan a obefa so a oba build has folk with a certain identity ya de say na yehu ye game no na kyese said ye Pep Guardiola mo tete ehhehya ye bon pepa tikitaka ye ne akoni oda sore ya who's a coach no one identity na kyese eko enu bi na sel ne didi edi ho komo na coach Abubakar Watara ba ne de o man hu identity o munim de ye kro e de na coach ye team influence but this time they want a coach ya obetimi I build a formidable sizer a ball with a plain identity yaw mama nkyere wade bi ha Antonio Conte identity ni say
yeah no shedding
any brain now here identity to become a to become a winner. Big club like Kotoko, nominate Real Madrid. Have Madrid identity in a day. Madrid, you just need a proving winner coming. When you proving winner, cranny or our personality, no, or authority naturally, come. Yeah, we'll give you the job. Oh, we need we like a crana tools, you know, or skills and as a we will sack you, and that person should come in. It has been Real Madrid. And to imagine, say, coach need the money or yeah, Juma, but not Juma yaw. Akwa ye or crowley, make us be crowley, or we are do. The training grounds are there now, you know. And you man watch a campus. My mention are there. Say no coach in a group be say. Training grounds are there be a way be an upon about analyze actually players and motion who training. And what they know come out, they will tell you say no coach. Once a place will be lazy, or more funny serious. By contest, ideas our person we implement and they don't follow. Only say buying training grounds. Nyame ya aduma me bompa somewhere next year me kwam person question or more creative forwards be na girls man be creative side no. Forwards no. E training grounds so we training now be 30 minutes no pause training no. O me pause pepe na analyst no break ba be a coach ni here natural mo
giant screen.
Na mo ahwe training no pepa mo so na automato na training na wo head coach ni catch wo pepa quickly water break na so na say call back until dem hwe na no you begin to rechange things but be a game na kwa kudu na ho na didi benya na kode ha se call but the brain ni ho ma no sa kechi taka no. Pep was defined as one of the worst managers in England, the first season in England. A brand new person with paper. So imagine say, and yet Etihad for any traditional team, any fans be. When you say Man City, no many fans. No so. Some person make a traditional team with fans across the world.
They say be a fans and our supporters are Man U, Liverpool, that time Liverpool. Chelsea, Arsenal, Tottenham Hotspur, Ombe Pulino, Nasity Intimi Pulino.
Nasity ni bi. A friend in Nasity, and I'm Pep who don't see. Omo Fabia free Basa kakra. No more Fabia free. On says Sana de Nkoya you. Odi o check Basa fans bebre no matter so or do be the mama because of the Pep Guardiola cheeky bag the same a connection inti. So I'm trying to put a point to say not pressure new or so. But did you man away yaw and can menya na koye mo bi te say wafa. Said yeah, coach Dr. Ogum Koya Wafan pressure in so Bobako Tokono. He felt to say, say Kotokone Wafa differences womb. But could he menya Koya Bob Pepa crazy so much so Gako Padu on the Bayo. But trophy say no moje. So implementing ideas is different from winning trophies. So it's a big clubs and they are for winning. By the time Oba implement the understanding between of 4 and 5. Now call relegation. Now call relegation or pound franny opponent to me both 6 are the main purpose of being to was or born so say so yaw me imagine say and kadidi do man in person noise be bana so a say ko share true life for no simple but a person mo bia bobi a person ideas no other French players no enya quantity asebi o true life there a low to medium intensity game momra mebo results na ama no on the fans na eka na me and so many say crash so belu so pobi mai and cancel papa mfa ko didi do mani ho pobi mai what about that say we ask about lose game no now everybody will be talking about league you know na dey na chess obeji league na fi and na pressure no ye Abubakar di
kona is Africa bako eko say has be ko Africa ji say
league
has a league no
yes league no media ma wom aduane wom Heart of Lions wom league no me yesa free clubs e wo par no go stars ne kotoko push pa but free clubs are you move for Ghana Premier League just won di akire Mediema Adriana and then Heart of Lions omo me yesa de what ahwe bia kotoko de go stars te ho oko enti has for Cuba League no and let me tell you this in the last 6 seasons league proper no has for can say migrating into the top 4 no all the phobia mun say adwuma e den dem omo they know abas mo you know migrating into the top 4 no ever since Amobodu exited you know traveling into the top 4 no, and staying there no I tall order I dey my house before so you must make it very simple coach Didi oh yeah adwuma ba adwuma na wo ye ne saa to boase adwuma na de ye for right to dreams ne Accra Lions ne wafa find a way to win smaller games. Find a way to beat them. Find a way to introduce your boys to the bigger platforms by winning the small games. O ma mo lose true life. Ne games ni be sensene. O she na ho ya she. Yaw, house of ogene ho o check your results. Come on, give me the free drama nisem. Coaching you very careful. House of is a big job. Or take call for a long time no sabaye. Na me check adwuma na o ye na o ye adwuma na pa. But se me sa so koti aso fans na no mani aba mo say no. Coach, you are working for a big club.
Because Mekai say you did kind of discuss here at the start of the season. Say after a couple of games, now who raise the bar say Wontumi she go. Now Mekai so, but as a house on so I say on share no on solidify it. But not the can say goes no be there beba.
Coach,
be start say omunya goes no the bar. I know I'm sorry akwa kopim no.
Coach, be any one my okasa ohihye team no a ohihye ni nyina wie prekopeda edan ya team yi nyada kopeni wie yo sign a team tie you start from the foundation and team shihye starting free attack any other batch ohihye from the foundation and very natural you start from the base now polish you could see the final third and you move on no
so be here time
that is it time no so no the man wa fa ni so ga yi wa Accra Lions mo na me catch you say bofo no ne bechem ena wo yes adwuma ya sabe ko masen hene Intino and coach Kasi Mengo Obre Nations, you know. Because Bechemni Obo 8 years solid maintaining recruitment policy that sold quality players to the outside world. And my Bechemni ho Emmanuel Avonyo Hafiz Konkoni Nano Prince Edu Kwabena Ebo di Blaster Clinton Jodu Sefas Mante they've sold quality after quality against no Krakoba but nina ya handiwork of coach Kasi Mengo. Okay, I say ne manyini me nations say ha ne we are chasing for results. I say metetem kra me hije timi de ma. O check ya power adwuma. But results no for title no. And in the eyes of nations results a trophy. Yaw results no and one trophy no. Amba and also penny adwuma ne de o ye but pressure also. Imagine nations say ma coach Kasi Mengo pressure. Has we made times on fanya adwuma no. Pepa ne de obahye efe ba uhia bre. Sa bre no unya no kotoko. Unya na hasfuku. Even if we are legend of the club. So to lose to true life. Coach Didi Dramani wa nyade and you have no excuse than to win your next game for Hasful fans. Also to true life for Pubimai say. Again obeka post match me kra na pese kam tie de okan. Again obeka. You have no excuse. He could have gotten everything right. On bonus starting 11, said be a pressure never come from. Some of the players are not ready.
Cup game.
Some of the players are not ready. Some of the players are not ready. So yes, the coach, you know, in the element of coaching, the way and away. But to think about the club, say a big club, pressure be ban so.
Right.
This is why we need the next game no league in. Now, coaches, you rate me fear, dear say. Administrators in Chiaka and Penifone Chiaka, but fans in a year D. We are away.
Yeah.
All right.
Menasa new. Meza.
Asem no crack chemebo. Na asefim. Say club it is a heart to folk. At this rate, you know, in the FA Cup round of 64. Say me the many buko echira. Last season, it a key true democracy. That means teams not true the omanim kind and it has of folk. through democracy so he has folk, but has folk about 2 games will be money na and the farm 2 games now will be my in the farm. It hurt. Sir, I'm pumping enough money into the club. Now me seem be my basso crumple with a new my year war be my own. Yeah, some of these results in the it is not surprising again. Because these clubs, and they said the new thing can, you know, BB and said they are ready, said sportingly on the field of play, they are going to improve. But with the coaches, you know, there's a big test for them. So beat me about my team, let me. But for Pogriman Yao, and on her pitch, no more born also.
To buy you.
Now, me share environment and any idea hard to focus any Pogriman. Yao. What they only do is to umbe stands kakrebi in and around the place. Ebi obi ba no mo be hebo mbenya baby atna. Pogriman a place category minim say Ghana Premier League your category A matches, your category B matches, your C matches. Do you have to deal with the FA Cup? And no more actually no. But if somebody may develop people Pogriman here, even with category C games be on complete mabono. And it's some of even the B matches. They drew in so around the Abai be a Accra Sports Stadium, and I say be a Lagos Sports Stadium. No my baby ball. Yeah, because we share various venues has no crack or kobo games any towns ni be pitches and you maybe on your baby on bit my be opo be mine. On bit my be opo be mine. Ample games no how it stands I pija. And I think the first step near FA Namo Mabo FA Cup games so Wontumi. That is the first step. The GFA is trying to help them. It's moralizing when you keep on working on it. But for Togbe, I salute Togbe. That is one of the best projects I've seen a Ghanaian club do. Especially for House of Folk. And Togbe because a House of Folk team no crime Tonwa Mobia. Yeah, House of Folk value was so and your baby teams be Ukruma. When you talk about the value of a club, it is not only about the performances on the pitch. But to be the assets that you have, either fixed assets, liquid assets, now kutakrana and then a casa. Now you almost more tongue House of Folk now people might put it to knock us or the cow or juice case or Tony say a dinis case huge. I am. And that is a place and there is also free Kumase kwa. And when you want some be chaban kratan and kasemu. So imagine teams trying for maybe a bono so oba ebia a bedroom pempen so be league na develop it to a certain extent. And if tamale neba oba be draw man some abankra be game no say there be man behind woni nyina. Mame fambo game no nam be Wontumi. Even teams that travel outside to Ghana but might be used for training and to generate a huge revenue. Here, edifice I was see for House of Folk for their offices. The only thing I tell House of Folk Max to say on the pitch performance. I dare tell House of Folk Max so pan on the pitch. We better not to be frustrated. Say 3 months now, boys, ni boy into your worker. Yeah, a club like House of Folk, 2025. Anna yeah with Kana Bani na. I hope he said Didi Dramani will 10 days and I'm not much to be Munyam because he has done his part. Nobody can tell us that to be any part when it comes to House of Folk. Not a single person can tell us that. And who accept that particular excuse. The mum, more did you madi na shamon sana, Muzumunye be near her. Namumwa, na club need to yaw. Enrichia na the Black Queen School PMO, United Kingdom. Okubutia the English national team Emayowa. Na after the game no, Obie bo Grisa Santo Abaso. Obie bo Posi Abuachi Abaso. Obie bo Mayowa Abaso. Because omanya proper test I exhibit say omoko the top level of betimi abo. I shall see him free that game against the English national team omano. Lemum I shall see the free tama board the African Cup of Nations emane de no. First game Ghana lose to South Africa. But the subsequent games you know, you will see the Black Queens step up. A tournament now they call the semi-final day bronze. After so many years behind us where we have been left frustrated with the Black Queens, especially qualifying for the African Cup of Nations in Managerial and the World Cup, no, we needed to do certain things. And yeah, I think from the technical point of discussion, this team is right on path. As compared to few years, and I did any hope in you. Now, the amount many are brain and penny and Mencomodia me pese me different music as some. Anyhow, you treat you more. Any the way you bet me a boama my timia building within the next few years. I'm a reasimu or metimia compete at the top. Because yaw, see, I'm a team would GD pass. The next African Cup of Nations, Yabako, a farmer we born win. Yaw, we'll go to the semi-final or we even get to the final. Yes. Because this team looks like a team. Or movie and or transition from a team and now help my who's a munim the moye to a team or mobile now who's a munim the moye. The mammy notices at the end say first no me a ditry whenever they are in possession. Or more pre-omo. But I say what team where they are so relaxed under pressure. Obeti mi katana ni kura no mabo pass bia to fifi baby no bia pija na because so be won achi automatisms are working in this team. So tactically no mabeti omo ho ase. There's a certain bond between the ladies now. Efekwa. Omo ko frobas, omo ko nchen to be omo ye bi asa performances be lift bi and this team is there. Experience coupled with young players are omo ba team ni mo perform so well. Posha watch them hwe ne kran ma filiasis Capitano. Grace Santano obusuli afa manfo to say it is very good. Ni nyina ye. Ne mum se motivation na ma. Me am planning high profile games and fan man mai. Na ya fan test omo many times before tournaments ah. An hwe ya be ne say yenya form sa na sa aba. Ye kromo ase no, ye mpe edidi da o. Ye pena didi sisi ya ye didi wi an ye ko e ba bi ne referee. It is the reason why the main national team, the Black Stars, is suffering. Because the moment we are enjoying at a certain point in time, we forget about the future. Enhancing more players from the youth side, pushing more of them. Because Mahu says, see, Sandra, oh, coach Sims, senior high school, on the coaching girls under 15. Now, so much tournament be outside Ghana. I'm some call Cote d'Ivoire, baby, so much goes baby, a money baby, one my how transition to the senior team. What is the plan? Wontumi. Fancy, I don't want to see the national team go back again. See a call from say damn. Because baby a Ghana Black Queen say keka kono. We should not drop the levels. Because China ball lioness for no. Obekaya, you check FIFA ranking now. China were ni mucha in Ghana. China kwaje say 7 or say 8. I'm not here to support mediocrity say we lost. And I still not able team nabaso. Mom, I am here to remind you of where we were some few years back. Baby, I near war. Any baby, I have a bedroom pen so say. Any DNT, any quasi here, chibium, yes, I call a chibium. Near ye, dear, this a fata say, was a yama man. Now, ma we mo pacho, and I'm a cow, na the day you call hotel, and I'm a cow, na keto krekuko hotel, na modi cow, na minister pacho, na way to bump, na way you say, in some bruja. Meanwhile, these ladies are giving you the performances that you want. Mumo musika no muko share Egypt for almost almost say. These girls are giving their all. Before the Women's African Cup of Nations, the government should look at them. Mun show mu ye mun ne FN internase mun nim komo mun hye more friendly matches say proper, motivate them well. Mun ko AFCON no mun ko qualify for World Cup ye ko bi ache, let us go there. Se transition ye be ya omo mu gu ye chi ni na under 23 under 20 ye show mu ye come because Ghana football is on the rise when it comes to human football. Wontumi. Now, you're not two teams are more the CAF Champions League. Bia no nya kra na semi final o mubobi. From Hazake's ladies in the final to Ampem Dakwan. Now say na qualification number from that one kra they are pushing hard. She Women's Premier League ayebo okroma say, she Women's FA Cup. Let us invest. Yeah, the other ketwa na oye ni ye no. On your tam boom near the aboa no support the ladies.
Ahane de Debbie Ameka say
Say can nipa be no ma or yes rabo for na so 100% perfect. So baby enku no ye can say if ebeti baby ekwe so say born about because for a man football
no. Now in the last few years said the 1 year do ma said the 1 year do ma no
kai say wrestle no ma be game bia no mo ka say omunya high profile friendly matches more. But look
recently the matches on my England
China 8.
Look at the high profile games
was where they are
now look at the content creation I didn't pay team no videos on betwa caption on bema an update now even in crowd bebrene nyini ba first na Black Queens you can say first 11 crowd ho be kire but then people can sit and see say player A, player B, player C. It is because it is becoming visible. Abaye Sremo mo support girls.
Yeah. In fact, the way the visibility of the Blasters and the sort of omonioma, motion, everything is top notch. And Kate, I had it. I started from the FA Cup. And Pimdakwani, Wimu, Hazakis all the time. Omobebo Babaya, and you saw their attendance. So Ghana, no, we just only have to be intentional about the your problem is say BBA say no because as I say but we need to be intentional about a lot of the things that we do. And my bucket about for the catch young policy yeah. And I think one thing I'm messing the credit man the Black Queens, you know, senior or share a marijuana through the ranks, even to the points or junior level, which is a plus. Only me yeni na and yet to the senior person. But I think we need to applaud the efforts of Keto Krokune, whoever is behind the scenes. Everyone say Jumana or you know, Ebekoye. Yeah, I'm sure the list of Blaster players. I think that list to be popping up. Say 51 players. AAD the qualifiers in terms of players enya call up ebi bobi ebi ba ebi nso ambobi yetimi enya qualification and then I imagine and see one particular issue I hold it very dear to my heart. Say Shadrach betimi aboy with the listener. Yeah, you see qualifiers here started with Lawrence Atizigi. And at some point AFCON no the no be bibi or no ni nya Benjamin Asare so say Obedamubi. But me focus near the goalkeeping area of the Blasters. So say the Benjamin Asare na beda. But see can World Cup level there. Atizigi other competitions. What the World Cup ni be. And so me throw out a question to the public. Was anybody convinced say he is a man of the chance with the World Cup again? Has anybody at all been convinced with Atizigi as a number one at the World Cup? See who know any competition there, then Nakami open up this discussion. Because Osha recent tournament ayakwa before we record the last AFCON a disaster. And Atizigi a World Cup. Which means he's not fit enough to command the area no. Because at the time of Atizigi yenya Jojo Wolocott and so abedebi. So I was looking through the local scene. Any goalkeepers I may feel say they deserve a chance at least for friendly games to be able bono. So those goalkeepers have the opportunity. So almost 30 a claim for the Blasters team ever World Cup because Atizigi has been around for a very long time, and yet Benjamin Asare and the number one for the Blasters. I feel say Emmanuel Kobe of Gold Stars, and even Agbesima of House of Folk.
Another fantastic
Felix Che of Mediama.
Wontumi 101.3 Nyaminsawo.
Nti say I try Atizigi at the major mundia. Na yenya any other goalkeeper or your top above Atizigi no more on the ayaw. I feel so we should be looking at these three goalkeepers. Yeah, more chance. Especially Felix Che, Emmanuel Kobe, and then Agbesima. Asari already is part of the Blasters. But looking into how are these goalkeepers, for Kobe from Bofo, and we're moving to Gold Stars. And Gold Stars, he is proving to be a goalkeeper. Say, when you have the right guidance from the national team handlers, yes, building up another goalkeeper for the future. Because my argument in say Atizigi or not even AFCON until commanded not the who will walk up near convinced they are. Then you been here will be above Atizigi any Benjamin Asari. Yeah, into the local league in unlucky goalkeepers. Okay, the days of Steven Adams from Adriana. Yeah, Steven Adams and yes, Enesoa.
True.
You do a competition in Yano. Ya man that Brian Manakodai. So the thinking is that more movie outside and always a top tier. But me particularly, I've not been so much enthused with Lawrence Atizigi ni days with the Blasters, especially me taking duration now I spend with the Blasters and into the context of me discussion. So for we Abe Debbie. A couple of other names, Frederick Asari Munina by as part of the names, but Asari had a chance to keep the post. It's a mean quality, say, a very Lawrence Atizigi, dear, yeah. Then your guys wait, your mom may justify being here. Be a near Benya Bako out of 3 names they are making. So be prove your point. Because Agbesimano, if not for injuries, Anka Abia by now no the number 1 choice for the Blasters. So what should no should ye close up the performance for the Dreams FC, the Oyema House of Folk. What have Felix Che for the past 3 seasons, is one of those boys, Coach Joban Etrieni Omokakra. And I'll call media man, even in the Africa, we saw the performance. It's mean quality. Say any other foreign goalkeeper or your top tier or your top notch or boy walk up now. We've seen enough of Atizigi.
Okay.
Therefore, my boys will also chance not may justify. If they are good enough, I think they should be part of the goalkeeping names now. They be called walk up no. Because Atia the walk up, what that qualifies. When it matters most, who's who power for our goalkeeper. No?
Yeah.
And he plays in Switzerland. So the thinking is that, or the European experience and pedigree, yeah. But they are trying to walk up. He's been around the World Cup for close to 5 years. In a massive improvement. Emma has a full goalkeeper now taking the number 1 seat there. Then we need to look at it again.
So
and
in a short
and all scanning around that. So may go deeper. Make me about Lawrence or say of even Heart of Lions.
Yeah, okay.
He's another goalkeeper. You're good. But because of the height, the modern game, how they want the game to be played in England, and I may narrow down on these 3 names: Emmanuel Kobe of Gold Stars, Felix Shea of Mediama, and Agbesima. Because when you say Agbesima no cry, he will be a tough challenge for Benjamin Asari. Sometimes I have a personal preference, coach's normal preference, or more choice, or more relationship with boys and also account it. That is why they arrive at whoever keeps the post. But Agbesi money pa. Is it Agbesi or something?
Solomon Agbesi.
Agbesi.
Yeah.
He's very good. He's very good goalkeeper.
Good.
Inti menkasi yemfano koda.
Name
man opportunity. Now the 3 now ya debeko minim the number of players ya debeko. Whether 3 or 4 goalkeepers. No? I'm looking at these 3. Yemmo mu game be. Because Asari there was justifying already with the Blasters.
Yeah.
But yen trusty Abruchiri for and into the local goalkeeper. Oh yeah, there's so much anka. We know AB obey deputy. But the knee has of goalkeeper and Blasters number 1. Which based on merit.
Yeah.
Until we acquired that 2022 World Cup. I wasn't convinced. And meaning say a lot of Ghanaians alike. And so I'm so convinced with Lawrence Atizigi. So therefore you open up. me how kakra no you open up for these three so me justify near say see the 4 goalkeepers na ebe there consider of the 3 no so you consider omo kakra because you know for you acquire no AFCON no any of our local goalkeepers could have kept the post.
How touch a ball?
Any of our 3, and you know, we other goals to consider. And the mad in here who say they've been around for long. That is my argument. They've been with the Black Stars for a long time.
I think experience.
No, but we are not seeing that. We are not seeing that with them. It raises concern.
Okay.
Into any say walk up and draw near say a ballista Ofori Manaf Jojo Wolcott or more Makana. Ya home and omoya around no omen to Atizigi and they will be about to Atizigi na muso dapo no mo ayesu yehu
go. Okay.
So we want to be competitive. See, you be what Abia Ghanaian born Dutch German goalkeeper. No, you're good enough. Now the standard, no, I way above the one there. I'm for it. But you be sad there. We should give chance to these 3 boys. He said, I'm also better try and justify with games to be a bit imabo.
Okay.
Say beer. Send you all the Lekoshishe more, by Samir Jemu, then Stephen Aholumo back then.
Yeah.
And then so Amoko, Stephen Adams Moko, no. We've never lacked quality goalkeepers in the local league.
Sure.
Felizana called the 2019 competition by Amananda.
Yeah.
At that tournament, Ghanaians were calling for him to be in the post. But Amananda. But when finally coach is bold enough to give a local goalkeeper the opportunity, into a few said these 3 guys and also see a more chance equally. A bit bet me approve a big club challenge Asari for the number 1 spot. That is me how.
Okay. But I know a Steven Body and a Dene how about 2026 World Cup or Mexico, Canada, and US of A, Hong Kong and a debate there with a draw. Expect to say Ghana, hey. And you become say Ghana for the baby ever call the ya can't want some dada. I make you a choice. Name draw on every tree. I couldn't come I am a doctor Kusuya Dia draw the or the Biaba Brunia Yaqui 1 year feta. And then cook on a very agile. Yeah, qua untimin could be. Boss now where they Yamado couple. I am a doctor Kusuya Dia. Or Jumapa.
No question. Yes. Na you free to take